What's up, dude? Make sure everything. Can you hear the sound all right? All right, cool.
It's about that time, baby, baby. Oh, yeah. Here we go, here we go.
The Sinclair Show is on.
It is on.
Run it to your friends, come on.
Come on, come
So
on.
it's a moment of the show tonight. Mailbag is tight. Sinclair is on the mic.
Once again, it's on. You're still troubled in your home. Got your tripping, don't know right from wrong. Send your letters to the show so we can talk you through. Get the answers to your questions because we speak that truth. Sometimes you doubt yourself, lost your health. Faith is on the fence, but you believe that Jesus knows your wealth.
What up, Jay Dizzle?
Because we're here to provide someone to lean on when you follow Wednesday 8 and 9 and it's on.
Once again, it's on. I got the music too loud, apparently. All right, once again, it's on. Glad to see you all back with the Sinclair Show. That's right. Always out here doing little things, not big things, little things. All right. I want to thank all of you all who continue to send your mailbag questions and comments to sinclairtalk@outlook.com. I'm going to continue to address as many as possible each night that I'm on the air, because you all are the valued listeners. And what that means is if it wasn't for you all, I would have no reason to be up here burning up energy and oxygen talking about things that's important to you. So, of course, I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. That's how we get down. Let's see. Tonight we got a bunch of stuff on the hot plate. We're gonna try to get through a few of those. Let me see who was up here first tonight. It was James Key. Now it'd take a lot for him to be the first one. He must ain't had nothing to do. Oh, that's right. Ain't no sports on tonight or nothing. That's probably how he made it up here this early. Yeah, that right there. Then I sent that big homie Jay Dizzle. There's Annie Moore. They go Ty Matthews. All right. People starting to pop on. They starting to pop on. And I see some other people out there. Now, let me say something. There's Detective Pamela Black. What's going on, girl? Glad to see you. But yeah, so it's a lot of people that be popping in and out. And let me make this disclaimer. I don't know why I had to keep saying it, but if you are watching live on YouTube or if you're watching live on Twitch or any of them, I can't see the interaction that you have up there. All right. I can only see the responses that pop up through Facebook, although I'm not on Facebook. It's the streaming service that I use that pushes it out to multiple ones. So I just letting y'all know if I don't call your name out, it's because either you didn't type in anything and I didn't see it, or you're on one of the other platforms that I don't have visual access to. But I'm appreciative of all y'all joining anyway. There go the big homie Rod. Big Rod, what's going on? Because y'all know people be actually getting their feelings like I just be ignoring them intentionally. And I be trying to tell them, if you ain't say nothing, how I know you there? They be like, well, you saw me. No, I didn't. Real talk, I really didn't. But anyway, so let's get down to the meat at hand. First of all, how are y'all doing? Man, look here. Y'all have been on me about this this challenge, man. Real talk. For those of you who don't know, we've been doing a complete meat challenge, and it was, exercising every day, eating a little bit healthier, whatever. Let me tell you something. I accidentally didn't feel all that great yesterday. So I didn't post up and didn't walk any yesterday. Now, mind y'all, I've been walking for about 40 plus straight days, at least 2 or 3 miles every day. That still wasn't good enough. Some of y'all hit me up and was like, hey, I ain't getting no, you didn't post no miles. I was like, I'm under the weather. So today I had folks hitting me up talking about you owe us 3 miles from yesterday and 3 miles from today. Like, y'all must be high. First of all, I'm a grown man. You can't tell me how many miles I got to walk. But, I told them I'd give them, because normally my minimum goal, I try to do at least 5,000 steps a day. But they was like, you owe us 10. Like, I'm going to give you a little funky 10,000 steps. But they did said, doing well. How you, my brother? Hey, man, I'm all right. I'm all right. So anyway, so for those of you who've been walking, man, y'all been sending me posts and pictures of you out there getting your steps. I'm proud of y'all. Because y'all didn't even have to do it. I don't even know why I did it. But it's been working. Everything is lovely. So I cannot complain. But I just want y'all to know that sometimes it's okay. Like y'all take off the weekends. I don't take off the weekends. I still get them steps in on the weekends because I always say on the weekends, I'm walking for those who can't walk themselves. But apparently y'all ain't show me no love on that. Matter of fact, nope, it was a couple of y'all that said you got some steps in the bank and that I should have been able to get by. But them other ones, I don't know, man. Y'all ain't got no grace and mercy for a brother out here. But I digress. How many of y'all been getting your steps in? Matter of fact, right now, anybody that be doing, let me get your step count for right now. Let me see what y'all got. Right now, I got 8,808, 808. I'm down with Yeezy, 4.56 miles. That's what my date. I got to show y'all because y'all will be acting like I'm lying or something. And you know what? Y'all the most untrustworthy people in the world, too. Let me see if I can make this thing. I ain't going to show y'all my password. One of y'all might steal my phone and claim it for your own. Y'all see that? It say 8,808, 196% of my goal. Don't try to trip. Hey, mama, what's going on, mama? So anyway, I'm almost to the 10,000 mark, but I don't think they're getting them 10 tonight because I'm tired. But 8,000 is good enough. I probably push it to 9 because I ain't that many steps away from it. But I just want to let y'all know, get up off my back. All right. Anyway, other than that, let me see what else is going on out here in the real world. Let me see what Jay Dizzle talking about. He said, I didn't walk today. Did hit the gym, though. Had a monster workout. It's always one. Always one showing up and showing out. He couldn't just say I went to the gym and worked out. He had to tell us he had a monster workout. Yeah, that right there. I don't understand the people. Why we can't just be regular? Why he couldn't just do a little bit of workout? Matter of fact, Jay Dizzle, what is a monster workout? Hold on. I know Annie Moore ain't trying to tell me she got 7,644 steps, 796.5 calories, and a distance of 4.9 miles. Well. I might have to go ahead and hit the 10 mark because I know I ain't finna let me see. Yeah. Wow. So y'all see what time it is. Annie Moore said she didn't hit almost the hold on. She said KMs. You need to convert that to miles. We didn't know what you walking in miles. But anyway, she's somewhere near the mile mark. Anyway, but look at it. Y'all, let's get Annie Moore a round of applause because she didn't rock that 7,644. Anybody else want to tell me and get a shout out on your step count for the day? Anybody? That's what we're going to start doing too. Because I owe y'all some. Let me see. Johnny talking about chest, back, arms, and 500 crunches and sit-ups. Did this dude say he did 500 crunches and sit-ups? In what period of time? There go Gwendolyn Lady Elegance Pritchard. She said, good evening from Huntsville, Alabama. Y'all remember a few weeks back, old Gwendolyn said she was rolling with us in the Carolina. She must have ditched us. Jay Dizzle out there talking about he doing 500 sit-ups and crunches. 500. You working on a 19-pack, ain't you? You know what? I ain't even gonna hate. The man said he did 500, he did 500. I guess there was a monster workout then. He said, indeed I did. Took 15 for the ab work. All right, cool. Big Rod said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He said what he said. Hey, absolutely. Hey, Big Rod, you know how I get down. I'm gonna believe what y'all say, because y'all ain't got no reason to lie to Uncle Sinclair. That it just is what it is. Hey, I'm just saying that, man. Listen, people, for those of you who may be doubting Jay Dizzle, let me say this as a matter of record. What's going on, Legal Beagle? Cassandra's in the house. As a matter of record and principle, I do know Jay Dizzle to be a man of good character, and I do know a lot of days when I'm walking, he was already out there getting his steps in, and I do know him to go to the gym. Now, I can't testify for what he do when he get there, but everything else he say legit, so I got to believe he did the 500, but you can best believe the next time he come through, I'm going to have to see at least 300 in a row. I'm gonna make him prove that to me. Because then that might inspire me to want to start doing sit-ups. I probably need to do about 4,000. Nikki Carter, you done came into the house. What's going on, Nikki Carter? Glad to see you. That right there? Yeah, Jay Dizzle. You know what? When you come down, you show me 300. And then I'm going to start doing 200 a day. That's going to be a part of my next challenge. And let me tell y'all about this challenge stuff anyway. I thought I was done with the challenge, right? And then I think it might have been Robin. It was somebody was like, I don't know if it was Robin and it was somebody was like, oh, why don't you take it for 20 more days? I'm like, 20 more? Y'all know I've been doing this stuff for 40 days? Hey, it only flooded for 40 days. Jesus was only up in the wilderness for 40 days. Why I got to do 40 days on it? There go Robin. Robin, was it you that asked me to take it on for 20 more days? Robin, what's your step count for the day? We checking steps. See, because some of y'all ain't got no receipts. I like to show the receipts for mine because I know y'all be doubting all the time. I'm starting to think if I was white, y'all would believe me, but I'd be having to show my phone and all that. Nikki Carter talking about make it a lifestyle. Nikki Carter, after 40 days, it probably is a lifestyle change already, but now I got to do it for 60 days. Y'all killing me. I was talking to Xavier the other day. Xavier was like, oh, Dad, I'm glad it looks good. I'm glad to see you out there doing it. Kind of make you want to keep doing it when your son start giving you the air fist or whatever. But no, it's been a good thing. It's been a good thing. I must confess that, on the job, it used to be just me out there. And next thing you know, it was a few other people. Then I seen many memes come through. And then next thing you know, now we got, matter of fact, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all got on y'all job like these pockets of women that be, I don't know if they call themselves power walking or whatever, right? But this started off like me just out there trying to get my steps in, right? Now it done blossomed into a competition, and there's pockets of people walking all around the campus, but they like some walking bullies or something. So, me and Mims was out there walking the other day, and we looked over like the little hill And it was like about 5 of them walking in, and one of them, I ain't even gonna call no names because some of y'all probably know these people. But one of them, she was walking, but it looked like she was skiing. I mean, she was slinging her arms so hard back. I was like, no wonder you getting them extra steps in, because you power skiing, you slinging your arms in the steps. But anyway, so yeah, but people get a little aggressive about these steps. Yeah, James, walking bullies, real talk. And more say I'm an influencer. Well, I hope I'm influencing people for the positive. But I'm telling you, some people can't take nothing just for the pleasure of it, or just for the, and I don't mind competition. Okay. Y'all. Robin says she done rocked out 4,245 steps today. Everybody give Robin a smack. When you do almost 5,000, when you do 4,000 or more, you get some claps. And if you ain't supposed to be doing it and you do just what you can, you're going to get some claps too. Everybody get claps. Matter of fact, effort gets you claps. Yeah, man, it's like some walking bullies at the job, man. So I had to get to the job this morning, man. I got there. I started walking at I think I was walking at like 6, maybe like 6:10, 6:12, whatever the time it was. And y'all know what else? When y'all tell me y'all walking, I be believing y'all. I got to go Facebook Live. I be walking in the woods trying to just prove that I did mine. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I did a few laps around the campus this morning. I had before 7:30 this morning, I had already really knocked out like 2.5 miles. So I was feeling like I was on the right path, if you will. So I just want to encourage y'all to, if you ain't got nothing else to do with your time, get up every day and jump up and get you a few steps in. You ain't got to start off with 4 miles. You ain't got to start off with 3 miles. Hey, start off with 2,000 steps. And, some of you, if you can't go outside or whatever, hey, walk in place. You still going to get credit. A step is a step. It'll still calculate for you. We ain't telling you how to get your steps or where to get your steps. Just do something. And what you're going to find after a period of time is you're going to start walking away pounds. You're going to start feeling better. It's been like, I've been doing this for like 9 weeks and I'm down like 51 pounds, right? I hadn't told nobody. Some people already knew. But I'm saying this because the goal was to get healthier. Obviously, that means you want your body to feel better, whatever. And in truth, Jay Dizzle been walking for years, and I call him and he be out there walking, and I wasn't really ever motivated to do it. But sometimes you get faced with your own life's mortality and you start saying how many years I got left, how many days I got left. When you start getting down to that point, you'll start doing whatever it is. Y'all, there go Leetta Cole. She said, walk a mile. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Leetta, what's your step count today? Let everybody know how many you got today. That's what we're going to start doing from now on the show. Whatever your step count is on Wednesdays, you let us know. We're going to announce it so everybody can be motivated. All right. And matter of fact, as long as y'all keep walking with me, we're going to keep it going. We ain't going to call it 60 days. We ain't going to call it 100 days. If you walking, I'm walking. All right. And on them days when I feel bad, y'all lift me up. And on the days when you down or whatever, I lift you up. And if you can't walk, I'm going to walk for you. All right. Now, I'm going to tell y'all one more thing before we get into some of these topics. It's about this walking thing. So, whoa. Look at Miss Cole says she got 6,946. And she put on the end of hers and counting. That means she's still planning on getting a few more. Matter of fact, look, you about 50, you're about 54 away from 7,000. I believe you got 54 more steps in you today. But everybody give her a clap. We proud of the 6,946 that you done already put in for the day. But let me tell y'all something. So I got this little challenge going now on the job, right? And I said, hey, if next month, not this month, next month on the job, whichever department walks the combined most steps, I'm gonna donate $250 to a charity of their choice. They could be the charity. I don't care what the charity is, but it's the department, right? So everybody trying to get in on this little thing, right? Now let me tell y'all something. One of the departments is that's on the campus is like we got a partnership with the child care. It might be Cater or whatever. I might get it wrong, but we got child care providers on the campus, right? And here's the thing. So I got to thinking, they got these little kids out there. I don't know if we ought to let them participate. If they got little kids out there, ain't it possible that they could put their phones in a little kid pocket, put their little watches on the little kid? Them little kids be high energy. So y'all let me know, should we even let them in the walking contest if they got the potential? Now, it is about trust and the honor system, okay? But see, everybody else, we calculating miles from the time you get on the campus until it's time for you to leave. We ain't counting your miles from the house. But they got a unique opportunity with all them little kids running around that they could actually, they could bamboozle us. I ain't saying that they would, because they seem like, all of them seem like honorable people. But what y'all think? Should we let them get in on the walking contest if they got them little kids out there? Nikki Carter, she said, yeah. Nikki Carter, you always, you know what? Because it's a child care, it's probably majority women down there. You with the Me Too movement. Now, if I'd have told you there was a bunch of dudes working somewhere, you wouldn't want them to get no favoritism, no added advantage. Anybody other than Nikki Carter, should we let the child care professionals participate in the step-a-thon, the walk-a-thon, the walking contest next month? Y'all make the call. Should we let them? Hey, it don't seem like nobody want to answer but Nikki Carter. Hey, y'all let me know. Should we let them in or not? Should we let it be on the honor system and trust the... Oh, Annie Moore said, yeah, let them walk. All right. I need 2 more votes. The best out of 5. Anybody else want to vote? Should we let the ladies in the child care department participate in the campus-wide walkathon? We got 2 so far voting for him. Oh, Lady Elegance done voted for him. That's 3 voting for him. Come on, fellas. Y'all ain't got no votes out there? Jay Dizzle said absolutely not. Hey, see, Jay Dizzle come through in the clutch. Johnny said, nope, we ain't trusting them. They out there with them little bad kids. They had their watches on them little kids' neck, running around getting extra steps. It's $250 on the line. James said, ain't walking part of their jobs. Hey, y'all, James said they can't get no credit for it if that's part. Now, you know what, James? I can't really use that because it's some other people on the campus that walk all day, like the people in the welding department and automotive and stuff. So I can't use that against them. But that was a good one. Cassandra said chasing after kids is a lot of steps. Right. So Cassandra, you saying they got an unfair advantage. Are you saying that we should or should not let them participate? What sayeth you, Legal Beagle? James, you funny. James said, ain't it part of their job? Cassandra said, nope. They can't get in on the steps. All right, so let me do a count so we can go ahead and get into some of these topics. Nikki Carter said yes, that's one. Annie Moore said yes, that's two. Gwendolyn, Lady Elegance Pritchard said yes, that's three. Jay Dizzle said nope, so that's one. James, you ain't tell us whether you for or against it. Cassandra said nope, that's two. Now Nikki Carter did bring up a good point. All right, James said nope. So right now we about 3-3. But you know what? As much as I love to go against what Nikki Carter said, I think Nikki Carter done convinced me off her one statement, y'all. Nikki Carter said if they can't participate, then the janitors can't either. Leetta said yes, they can. All right, listen. Of all y'all, I appreciate y'all feedback, but you know what? I'm going to have to rock with Nikki Carter on this. We're going to let the ladies in the child care participate because nobody walks more than them janitors. And if they get to be in it, nah, James, I'm going to tell you, we don't even call them janitors. Our maintenance professionals, them jokers is always walking around the campus. So if they get to do it, I got to let everybody do it. Yeah. But I'm going to let y'all know who's going to win. Just to let y'all know, my walk last month, I walked 54 miles. So my goal this month is like 70 miles. I want to walk 70 miles this month. I believe I'm on target to do that. Matter of fact, let me look up here and see. This whole show is not going to be about no step count. I promise y'all, but let me see what it say I'm at right now. For the month right now, it says I have walked. Come on now. It says, for y'all that want to see, y'all probably can't see that right there. But I'll tell y'all what it says. Hold on. I wonder y'all can't see it. It says I done walked. What is with the $2 antics? It said I done walked 66,634 this month for a total of 30 miles. That's what I done did so far. And this is as of the 14th. That date right there shows it's the 14th. Y'all see that? I ain't cheating. So I done walked 66,634 steps and 30 miles on the 14th. So I'm on target. And I had a couple of days I was slack on it, but I'm on target to hit right now. It's about 64 miles, but I'm pushing for 70. So I'm going to get a couple of days in there where I do about 6-7 miles. But right now, I done hit the 30-mile mark. All right. James says, see, you had to make it biased. Yeah, you're right, James, but I got to roll with it. James, you made it like that when you voted no. All right, let's get back to some of these things. All right, so let's jump off into y'all boy Donald Trump finally got himself on some federal stuff, and he was in court yesterday. He was arraigned. Hold on. You need to catch up. I'm way above that for the month. Well, first of all, good evening, April Brown. And you ain't got no receipts. That we don't want to hear all that. What you done walk more than 30 miles for the month. You ain't got no receipts. We ain't processing conversation. We process receipts. Anyway, back to Donald. So Donald, who been out here talking all this reckless for years, finally got caught up in them federal charges. And when I tell you, he went emotional on them. And I'm trying to get my Republican brothers and sisters to give me some understanding of what is it about Donald J. Scrump that y'all are rock with this dude no matter what. If Donald Trump was black, all white people would be talking about he need to be locked up. And to be honest with you, my Republican comrades, Donald Trump ain't even a Republican. He turned Republican when it was convenient for him to run. This man has got charges on him. He lost a case to the lady that said he tried to sexually assault her. He got charges in New York. He got federal charges. And I believe Georgia probably gonna give him some. Okay? Cassandra, what y'all doing down there in Georgia? Is y'all gonna get that man some charges or what? But anyway, I was watching, and he went to court, and he was looking just as crazy when they had him sitting in there on them arraignment charges, right? But this dude came right out and act like, you know, this is what he said. I'm gonna read it to y'all. He said, "Today we witnessed the most evil and heinous abuse of power in the history of our country. Very sad thing to watch. A corrupt sitting president had his top political opponent arrested on fake and fabricated charges, of which he and numerous other presidents would be guilty, right in the middle of a presidential election in which he's losing very badly." That's what Trump said. All right. Let me see. Nikki Carter said he getting charged in Georgia. Nikki, that's your opinion. You ain't got no proof of that. Oh, so April Brown said she done sent some proof, people. Let me go check Messenger and see if there's some proof existing in here. I don't see no receipts in here. So, all right. I don't see no receipts, so well, I don't know what she's talking about. But let me go back to talking about my Caucasian comrades. First and foremost, y'all keep falling for the foolery that Donald Trump keeps spewing to you all, trying to make himself be a victim. And understand something. When Donald Trump is accurate on a couple of things. So let me give you facts over feelings. Almost every president and vice president is guilty of removing some documents that may be considered to be classified. He is telling the truth in that. All right. Nikki Carter said, no, the investigators went to Miami to scope out the scene for security's sake. Okay, well, that's what you're saying. We don't know yet. You have been accurate in the past, but I don't know about this one. Now, here's what Donald Trump led you all in America astray. Donald Trump and every other president is given a certain amount of time when they leave office to go through documents that are normally housed at a secure area close to where they will be residing. They normally get 24 months. Now, because of Donald Trump's own actions, what wound up happening, they had reason to believe, based on anonymous tips within his own circle. He took boxes of unsecured documents that were classified or greater to Mar-a-Lago in Florida. And there were reports about it, pictures sent to the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice, yeah, there go my armor bearer. What's going on? I say, Shepard, glad to see you, of course. They gave Donald Trump a year to give back the documents. After a year, They asked him again. This time they did it with a government document. They said, hey, we need you to return all classified documents. Matter of fact, give us everything back. We'll go through, look at them, and everything that is not, or at least everything that is marked classified will or greater, we'll take it. You can take everything back. So now he had an additional 6 months. At the end of the 6-month period, he had himself and his attorneys to sign a document attesting to the fact that they had given back all documents that were classified or greater in nature. And then them same people that had been sending in information to the Department of Justice sent images of Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate with some more classified documents. And he had some in his desk, some in a storage room. So the issue isn't whether or not it could have happened to any other president. The issue is, and the reason why he's being charged, because he intentionally, and they have audio recordings of him testifying, well, not testifying, but saying on audio to his friends, yeah, I knew I wasn't supposed to have these documents. He even told his attorneys, can't we just act like they're not there? So at the end of the day, for those of you who are pro-Trump and you feel like he's being treated unfairly, if he were anybody else, he would already have been locked up. They gave him every opportunity to both turn them in without any penalty. That's what you guys got to realize. He could have turned them in the first 16 months, and there would have been nothing done to him because they had given him an amnesty situation that says, if you give it back to us, no harm, no foul. But because after that, you still didn't, and because there's audio of you saying, I know I'm supposed to get these back, but I ain't, and you had your attorneys and yourself sign documents attesting that there's no more classified or greater documents in there, that's why you're facing these 37 charges. Now, I don't know if he'll be convicted. I believe other folks might be. But I'll say this. He is no victim in this, just like he's no victim in the other case, just like he was no victim when he was found guilty. And for the charge he was found guilty, it was not a criminal charge. It was a civil charge. I want to be clear because I don't want anybody to think that I'm putting out false information about Donald Trump. Now, if Georgia gets him, this man will have 3 different, 2 criminal, and I think 1 other civil, because I think that the New York financial document situation is, I think that it is a civil case. Is it not, Cassandra? Or anybody else who knows, let me know. But I think the New York tax situation or financial situation, I think that is a civil one. I think they're seeking $250 million in restitution and the prevention of Donald Trump from running any businesses in the state of New York. I think that is civil, but I'm not sure. Somebody let me know. But people, again, don't feel so much sympathy or empathy for Donald Trump. Don't buy into the he's being mistreated. He had an opportunity to turn these documents in without any penalty. He decided he was slicker than the government. And I don't care who you are. There is one thing we know, whether you're in the black community, white community, Latino community, Asian community, the government's record is stellar when it comes to if they want to get you. So James said New York was fraud charges. Not sure if that's civil. James, look it up because I think I do not believe it's criminal because he's not in any threat of being incarcerated. Lady Elegance said he's above the law, and if one of the GOP candidates wins the presidency, he'll be pardoned. I probably will. I'll say this, that while I'm not a fan of our justice system sometimes, we cannot like it when it benefits us and then be angry about it when it doesn't. The fact of the matter is, our judicial system and our political system never considered, even after Richard Nixon, that there would be a presidential candidate who would test the nation in such a manner. It was bound to happen, but it wasn't something that they could think about because it had never been tested like that before. Nowhere would they have thought that you could take somebody that was a poor TV star, a poor businessman, and he could polarize the nation so much that he could get people to vote for him in spite of the worst of them. And I'll say this to my Anglo-Saxon comrades. The challenge exists is because Donald Trump did not make America worse. Donald Trump made America comfortable with displaying the worst parts that already existed. We know for a fact, if you are a minority in America, you recognize throughout history that while this is the most flexible country in the world, we also have had our share of problems with racism, with the challenge to the class system, to the discriminatory practices. And so it was not something that should not have been expected that one day somehow America itself would be exposed in this manner. Now, I believe the precipice for this became Charlottesville. Charlottesville, if you guys can recall, when the foolery went down in Charlottesville and they hit and killed people and the Klan was marching and all of these things took place, the moment that Donald Trump got on TV and said, hey, there are good people on both sides of it, meaning the people who were protesting the racism and discrimination and those who were out there marching in behalf of the white supremacists and the Klan. Once he made that statement, it was the beginning of the comfort level of the most strained and embarrassing parts of our nation being exposed. And after that, because Donald Trump is a opportunistic individual, he surrounded himself with people who were like-minded, and so they encouraged him, hey, keep it up. This is a large sector of the country and a voting sector of the country. Remember, Donald Trump got 70 plus million votes. There are 337 or 8 million people in America. 70 million of those voted for Donald Trump. Right, 70 million. Now, some of you might say, hey, but that means the majority of America didn't. But 70 million people were in agreement with his ideology. So when you look at TV and you see people are out there, small pockets, not any large numbers, are out there and they're down with the protest and they're feeling some kind of way because they knew who he was. They knew what he believed in. He showed them what he stood for, and they still voted for him. So that lets you know at least almost a third of America, certainly a fourth of America, is just as emotionally bankrupt as Donald Trump is. And so I'll say this, that I do not believe that the nation is in threat of going into turmoil because, or if Donald Trump gets convicted, because just like they support him, the one thing that Americans have shown is if you want to see how fast people get over you, mess around and pass away. People love you to death. You pass away, they forgot about you in 14 days. So don't worry about the nation burning itself to the ground. They're not. All right? Let's go to something else. Let's talk about what else is interesting. Oh, I got something I want to pop in y'all ear. So your girl Halle Berry was struggling out here because she's feeling some kind of way. She recently won her case because her baby daddy was trying to get a few more pesos from her. And she was of the mindset that she wasn't trying to give up no more money. And the funny part about it was she had to go to court. Now, it says that Halle Berry and model Gabrielle Aubrey were together from 2005 to 2010. And ever since then, they have taken nasty swipes at one another. Most of the contention has been over child support. Halle Berry, with an estimated worth of $90 million, was ordered to pay. Think about this now. I just want y'all to feel the way that this sounds crazy. She worth $90 million. She arguing because they had ordered her to pay, I think, somewhere around $16,000 a month in child support. And she was absolutely, positively angry. She was, in her mind, she's talking about, look here, I ain't paying it. I ain't trying to hear it. I'm not with y'all, whatever. That's how she came across. And so then you started to read more and more women, successful women, coming up saying that she should not have to pay more than the $16,000 a month. And I just was wondering, again, she was ordered to pay $16,000 a month back in 2014. The two share custody of the daughter. Now, this is what Halle said. I feel if a woman or a man is having to pay support, that is way more than the reasonable needs to help support the child. I think that is wrong. I understand some parents, man or woman, may need help. But I also feel that in these modern times, both men and women have the responsibility to financially take care of their children and work hard and make every effort to do so. The way many laws are set up, people are allowed to use children in order to be awarded money to live a lifestyle that not only they did not earn, but that is way above and beyond. me tell y'all something. I ain't even really mad at Halle, but I feel some kind of way that the Me Too movement is rocking with Halle on this, because Nikki Carter, what's she talking about? If they share custody, why does she have to pay? Well, listen to all of this. Who has primary custody? They got joint custody. I don't care about that, Nikki Carter. I'm trying to understand. When it's men out here being ordered to pay $50,000, $60,000 a month in child support, y'all around here bank head bouncing. Move over now. Yeah, y'all be on that. But when Halle Berry is asked to pay $16,000 and she worth $90 million, y'all all of a sudden come to the realization that every man has been saying that the child support system is broken. That's the problem right there. I personally agree with Halle Berry. I just don't believe that a woman has a right to say it after all these years of men, whether it's athletes, entertainers, the average Joe making a meager living, for somebody to say that all of a sudden, because a woman has brought her situation to the forefront, that somehow the system is broke. Where were all you women at when the men were hollering it's broke? Where were you at when men were saying, look, ain't no way I should have to pay for you and your new dude to live because we got a child together? That right there. Men been saying it for years. Can't get no respect. Now Halle Berry talking about 16 grand too much, and all of a sudden now all women feeling some kind of way. Now, I have long said, without any support from you all, that the country should come up with a standardized cost of living to raise a child. I don't care what it is. Let's say you say it cost $2 grand a month. No, because that would be a lie. Let's say you all say that a reasonable parent would spend $1,000 a month. If a reasonable parent spends $1,000 a month to care for a child, then that means each parent should have to pay half, $500 apiece. That seems logical to me. But if a man is being ordered to pay $50,000, what is the woman's portion that she contributes? I'm just trying to figure it out. Because I don't care nothing about Halle Berry, but I support her statement, but I just don't support she's the one making it when she wasn't making it when it was dudes going through it. Ty said, I personally don't think 16,000 is a lot considering her net worth and her level of celebrity. Okay, but Ty, let me ask you a question. 16,000 is a lot because what are you doing for your child with $16,000 a month? 10 months is $160,000. What do you do for a child for $160,000? And how can we say that it's fair if the mother doesn't make, if you a single mama and you raising your kids off $40,000 a year and you doing all right and the kids ain't suffering, why, if you go out there and the father of your kids is a baller, why all of a sudden do your kids need an extra 10 grand a month? I'm not processing it. James said they got Gucci everything. I mean, I'm speaking so in so much real. I know y'all think I'm trying to be funny, but I really ain't. I do not comprehend what do you do with that much money every month. Ty says, send them to private school, make sure they're protected from the public, put away for a college fund. Ty, first of all, let me tell you something. Don't nobody want Halle Berry's daughter. People don't even want Halle Berry. Second of all, let's stop with the antics. Your kids can go to public school. You sending them to private school, fine. If both the parents decide that they want the kids to go to private school, then both of them should bear the financial responsibility. Simple as that. Lady Elegance said it's not going to the child. The parent is splurging on themselves. Absolutely. Because if the dude didn't have a job, you'd be taken care of, or you would have somebody else, a step up dad taken care of. And that's a whole different show for a different day. I'm just saying, ladies, if you're walking around and you're defending this foolery now, if you're defending the context of it, you're right. But where were you all when it was men who were the only ones, or the overwhelming majority, being overcharged and underappreciated because of it just so happens that they earned a good living? Now, I ain't talking about these Negroes out here paying $70 a month for a child. I'm not talking about somebody. I don't have a problem with somebody having to pay $500 a month for child support. I really don't. I believe that if you help make a child, you should be responsible for taking care of that child with the mother. I just don't agree with the amounts. I don't think it should have a thing to do with how much either parent makes. I think it should be based on a cost of living. Why is it that a non-celebrity entity can go to court and they say you need to pay $475 a month for this child, but 2 courtrooms down the hall is somebody in there because they're executive and they make $300 grand a year. Somebody's asking for $4,500. Cassandra said, remember to look at the affluent parent was the custodial parent. What would be the lifestyle? Just like in divorce, the children should also have the same quality of life if both parents were contributing. Well, let me say this. I don't believe, Cassandra, and I rocks with you because you make valid points, but I don't believe that an individual is entitled to a quality of lifestyle, because what they don't generally do is, I don't see them rushing down there. I've seen athletes who lose their careers and are still ordered to pay even though they're no longer earning it. So no, I'm not with that. I don't think you are entitled to a lifestyle because somebody afforded it off the hard work on their backs. I don't believe that. And I just believe that you are entitled to the best care that your parents can provide for you, but it's not like you ain't in no situation where you should be able to ball out. And that's just me. I really don't. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get some hate mail on this, but I do want to say something positive. North Carolina, Martin County. No, that ain't positive. Let me go back. Let me get that off here. I did want to tell y'all, I read an article today. I did not pull the information, but there is a young man I believe he's in Fayetteville, North Carolina, young African-American male who recently was awarded from different schools a total of $3 million worth of academic and athletic scholarships. And I wanted to bring that up because so often we don't hear these positive things about minorities and the exceptional way that they excel, not just athletically, but academically as well. So I'll post that up on the page because I did not pull that information down. But I want y'all to know there are minorities out here doing big things all over the place, and we need to start bringing it to light. So anyway, look, people, it's 9 o'clock. I got to go have fun hollering with y'all. I'm going to go get these last few steps in. I'm going to push for at least over 9,000, and I'll post this up in a minute. But I got to go, people. It's about that time,
baby. Oh, yeah.